So besides textual programming in Python, there are a lot of other exciting things you can do. You could use, for example, robots in your programming classes. If you would browse on the web a bit about using robots in class, I bet you can find a lot of stuff. This can go from a very simple Bee-bot to a complex Lego Mindstorm, for which you have to build the entire robot yourself. The cool thing about robots is that you can work with this without too much hassle. You can investigate which robot would be handy to use in the classroom and which one is user-friendly. Also, it is a tangible thing, and you could take it anywhere with you. Roughly, there are two types of robot sets you could work with. You have pre-installed robots, so this would be a robot set for which you don't have to do anything anymore, or robots you have to build yourself still, like the Lego Mindstorm or the Vex. You first have to build these before you can start programming these robots. Well, let's have a look at one of the pre-installed robots I brought. So you can see here an Ozobot. It's a very tiny robot, you see? Almost the size of a golf ball. And on the bottom of the robot there are these wheels, which he can drive himself around with. So this robot is programmed to follow a certain path. I took a piece of paper and I drew a thick black line on it, and as you can see, I will place the Ozobot here. And it will follow the line. It's really cool. So the nice thing about this is you don't have to do anything for it. You can start working with this robot immediately. You could program this by using markers or a pen. So basically offline coding. But you could also look online to see how to program this robot via an actual computer. Basically, working with this Ozobot would be very experience-based learning. We talked about this in a previous lesson. You could use this in very low grades already, like we did once. The cool thing about this is that you can show immediately and in a cool and easy way how to let a machine do something for you. You can draw something on a piece of paper and the robot follows the lines you drew. So it's perfect to introduce even young children what possibilities there are in terms of technique and robotics. To go a step further and relate this to some actual program concepts we've learned in Scratch, I can draw something else. Watch this. If I would draw a certain crossover, like this, you can see that the Ozobot will pick a side. So I place it here. So it goes straight. And now he goes right. Well, for me left, for you right. So the robot chooses this randomly. I didn't program him to take a certain turn. So he will go either left or right. Maybe he will pick the other side now. Let's see. No, still the same side. One last time. Let's see which side he will take now. There we go. He takes a different turn. So this is basically the whole random concept displayed for you with this robot. So you can think of classes yourself to integrate some of the programming concepts in there, but you do have to think carefully and design them well how to use this in your actual class. My experience with the Ozobot is that the kids don't stay too interested in this robot for a very long time. So the kids I had in my class when I introduced the Ozobot were around 8 years old or maybe a little bit older, and I noticed that after an hour they've seen it and they lost interest a bit. So when researching a bit what other robots would be nice to use in class as well, I found that the Bee-Bot also is a really nice pre-installed robot to set it's a very nice pre-installed robot to use in the lower grades. It comes with really nice course material also. So unfortunately, I don't have one to demonstrate to you at the moment, but if you do have one of those or another robot maybe, then I'm really curious about your experiences with this. We will open the discussion forum again for you, so please feel free to share your experience with working with robots in class. Share it with me and with the other teachers that follow this course. A little bit more advanced robot to work with, other than the Ozobot and the Bee-Bot I just talked about, would be a robot you have to first build yourself. A good example of such a robot would be the LEGO Mindstorm. For this, you combine programming and building something with LEGO, and that is really cool to do. And you might notice that kids can make really nice things with this. It is difficult, however, to combine the programming part with the LEGO building part. In a later video, I will tell you more about that. For now, just keep in mind that these robot sets can be very motivating, but can also turn out to cause some frustration with the kids. So I'm just telling you this in case you are considering working with a robot building set. Just keep that in mind. Then, before I'll round this off, I'd like to invite you to share your experiences on the forum when you are researching which robot might be suitable in your class, or when you bought one and you worked with it. I really want to know how you experienced this all. I'm really looking forward to hearing that, and I will see you in the next class.